All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Travis Flaherty, and I would like to be the first person to say congratulations on your decision to join our World Global Network family. We are truly honored, we are truly blessed, and we could not be more excited to have you as part of this journey with us. You know, we are here to support you, and we're dedicated to helping you reach your goals by locking arms to help you rise to the top. Now, to give you the dynamics of our lineage, Mr. Mike Sims, who is a presidential millionaire with our company, is heads up a team called the Diamond Network. And Mike Sims has an extensive background in the MLM industry. He's earned tens of millions of dollars. He is my personal sponsor, and I have to tell you that he brings a tremendous amount of knowledge and expertise to the industry, and he is the key reason that I am here right now. So I want to give him thanks, and I want to just share a little bit of my personal background. I've been in the industry now for 12 years, and I have to just say that I am in complete awe of this product and this opportunity. I got involved in February of 2017, and over the course of the last 5 months, I can just say that I have never seen anything like this before in my life. I could not be more excited. You know, I always talk about a book that I'm fond of called The Blue Ocean Strategy. And in this book, they talk about two environments. They talk about, first of all, a red ocean. And a red ocean is a fiercely competitive market. It's where everybody is fighting over the same market share. And as a result, it creates bloody, murky waters. It creates, a fiercely competitive environment, if you will, cutthroat environment. And then you have a blue ocean. And a blue ocean is a category creator. It is a game changer. There literally is no competition because you've changed the game. And that is exactly what World Global Network is. So let's talk a little bit about the vision. Let's talk a little bit about just the mission of the company, if you will. So first of all, I want to just talk about how we are making a difference in the world today. Now more than ever before in the history of our economy, people are looking for solutions and they have no idea where to turn. And the truth is that each and every one of us knows someone that's going to go to bed tonight saying a prayer, asking for financial solutions. And we have those solutions. And so one of the first things that I want to share with everybody is just to be proud that you are a network marketing professional. You are part of an industry that literally is a $186 billion a year industry. It is the fastest growing business model in the world. There really is no reason to hide at all. You know, a lot of times we see people that come into the industry and they tend to want to, they don't want people to know they don't want their friends to know, or they don't want their family to know. And the reality is, you guys, everyone is looking for solutions. Even if somebody has a little bit of money in their life, they're probably looking for more time in their life to be able to go out and do the things that they want to do rather than the things that they have to do. Now, I want to introduce you to a gentleman by the name of Fabio Galdi. I always say that whenever I look at an opportunity, I always evaluate the people that are running the company. I join people first and company second. And Mr. Fabio Galdi, our CEO, is just an incredible man. I've had the pleasure and the honor of meeting him in Bangkok, Thailand for the first time, and then again just a couple of weeks ago in California. This is a gentleman who has been innovating continually over the last 2 decades. You know, he has introduced the world's first LCD touchscreen computer to the market, one of the world's first voice over IP platforms to the market. He introduced one of the largest internet providers in Europe and Italy. And now he's innovating not just the technology industry, but he's also innovating the wellness industry and the network marketing industry at the same time. And so what you have is you have a convergence of forces that's coming together that is very unique. And one of the things that I loved about Fabio is he shared his vision and he shared his heart in Bangkok. And what he was talking about was how, over the course of the last 2 decades, he's done so much in the world of technology, but his father got sick. And when he got sick with diabetes, diabetes really started to take over his life. And he said that he watched his health just go downhill to the point where he eventually passed away. And Fabio said, I've never felt more helpless in my life. Here I'm an innovator, I'm disrupting technology around the world, and yet I couldn't do anything for my father. And so, there he was, and one night he was watching a movie, and in this movie, there was someone that was wearing what's called a halo. And this halo device, what it did is when somebody was injured, they could literally push the button, and it would immediately do a scan of the entire body, and it would tell them exactly what was wrong with the body. And Fabio said, that really was when the vision was born. And at that point, I made the decision that not only am I going to go create a device that can make a difference in people's lives, but I'm going to create a device that can even transdermally give an accurate blood sugar reading so that it provides a much better quality of life for diabetics, for those that, in all walks of life. But that was one area that he really wanted to hone in on. And it's just amazing how when you make a decision and you know exactly what you want to do, how you bring that to fruition. And so, since that time, Fabio has brought this company, we actually went public in January of 2016, and the stock has just been climbing through the roof. The company has been on fire. Of course, many of you know that we're now in 195 countries around the world. And he's also assembled an incredible team. One of the individuals that's on his team is Antonio De Rosa, who's our senior vice president and chief designer or chief design officer. This is a gentleman who worked on the Apple iPhone 6, the Apple iPhone 7, and the Apple Watch, and now he's here innovating. We have Mr. Keith Halls, who, guys, this is a gentleman who founded a $3 billion company. He was one of the initial 6 founders of a company that went on to do over $3 billion annually. And he is now on the board of directors with us. And it's interesting because, Keith is one of my original mentors. When Summer and I first got involved in the industry, I can tell you that he was the one that took us under our wings. And he is unbelievable. He's amazing. And so when it was announced not too long ago here, just in the last month, that he had come on board the board of directors for us, it just felt like it was kind of coming full circle. We have Alessandro, who's our chief operating officer. Alessandro was the youngest Apple vice president. And so when before coming on board here with World Global, so when you look at this team of just innovators, complete disruptors, it's no secret why, or it's no surprise why, I should say, why this company is just absolutely not exploding right now. So I want to talk to you for a moment about your why. Successful people know their why. There's a saying in this industry that your why should make you cry. Your why needs to feel so real that it evokes all of your senses, your meaning. You have to be able to visualize it. You have to be able to feel it. You have to be able to completely taste it. Because if you visualize a new home at the beach, you can see it. You can actually smell the ocean. You can hear the waves. You can literally feel your surroundings. You can visualize the town and the wonderful time that you'll be spending there with your family. When you truly understand and you define your why, it will help you to stay focused. It will pull you, it will serve as a magnet that pulls you forward through some of the challenges that you experience in this business. Because in this business, or any business, there are going to be challenges. There are going to be difficult times. And it's your why that allows you to be able to overcome those challenges. Now, I want to ask you, why are you a World Global Network partner? I want all of you to think about that for a moment. Was it to make a difference by helping helping someone with a healthier lifestyle? Was it to, provide financial freedom for you or for your family? Is it to live the life that you desire and deserve? What I want to encourage you to do, and I want you to do this right now, hopefully you're taking notes. If it's worth remembering, it's definitely worth writing down. So what I want to encourage you to do is I want you to write down your why. I want you to take some time with this. I'm a big believer of having success journals, right? When you open up, I have a success journal. In fact, I've got about 10 of them. And I keep filling them up, and then I go and I get another one. But in the beginning of every single success journal is my why. I always have my why I'm doing this business. First and foremost, my why is that I want to be able to own my own lifestyle. I want to be able to have the time to be able to do the things that I want to do rather than the things that I have to do. I want to be able to enjoy my children and my family. I don't want to be at work every day. I've always had a challenge with somebody buying my efforts wholesale and then going out and selling those efforts retail, making money off of me at my own expense so that they can go out and build their dream. It just never made sense to me. My why is that I wanted to be able to retire my family, so that my mother and my father, and I was very fortunate before my mother passed away last year that I was able to give her that gift, and I was able to spend quality time with her over the last 3 years of her life before she passed away. My why is a little bit different today. I want to be able to leave a legacy for my children. We use this business as a platform to be able to teach our children about entrepreneurship, to be able to teach our children that they can accomplish anything that they want in life, to go after their dreams. I've also learned that, true fulfillment comes from contribution. And so I will tell you this, and this is something that I would encourage all of you to write down. This business, it's not about the money. A lot of times we come into the industry because we need to make more money. That's certainly why Summer and I came here. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to make more money, by the way, right? Money just gives you more options in life. But here's the key, and this is what I want everyone to understand. It's not about the money. It's about who you help in the process and who you help along the way. The money is a byproduct of those things. So again, I strongly encourage you to write down your why, put it in your success journal, and then from there, go out and create a dream board so that it's very, that you're looking at it all the time. We have people that are on our team right now that, when they're running for a rank, whether it's diamond or, whatever the case might be, they have diamonds that are all over their house, pictures of diamonds on their refrigerator. They've got, big glass diamonds that are on their desk. Why? Because when you start to see it, you start to believe it, then you achieve it. So it always starts with the mind's eye. Now, let's talk a little bit about our business guide page. And I have to say thank you to a couple of individuals that have worked very, very hard on this. First of all, Tony D'Agostino, I want you to know that you are absolutely incredible, and we certainly all appreciate you, your time, your efforts, organizing and putting all of this information together. And of course, Sherry Carl, you also brilliantly helped out with this process, and so I have to just give you both credit for this. We have an amazing duplication system. The key to this business is duplication. There's a saying, and it's not about what works, it's what duplicates that matters. This video and this guide is going to serve as a foundation for each and every one of you as you move forward. So again, we created this tool to keep the training simple and duplicatable. You will find this on the pinned post of the World Global Tech Tribe page on Facebook. And some of you have probably received it in your welcome email also. It is a live link, so if there are ever any updates, it will automatically have the latest version for you and your team, which is awesome. And every single one of you needs to start here and fill out who is going to be your top 2 people and fill out those names and do the same with them for their first 2 people. So I want to go through this with you. So first and foremost, step number one is to set your fast start goal to achieve Team Builder in 48 hours. How do you do that? Personally enroll your top 2 people. Listen to me, success loves speed. Success loves speed. There's, a lot of times we get into the business and what do we want to do? We feel like we need to learn the compensation plan. We feel like we need to learn, how the presentation works. I'm telling you right now, you learn by taking action. You learn by immersing yourself into the culture of the company. And that's going to come just by you going out there and taking action and plugging into the calls and the schedule that we have. But in the meantime, we have created a system that is so simple that every single one of you right now, right out of the gate, can go out and literally start sharing that 2-minute video. And we'll talk about some ways to do that here a little later on in this presentation. But sharing that 2-minute video, and for those that want more information, you're simply just plugging them in to a daily Zoom. But it is so important that you go find your first 2 people within the first 48 hours. And these individuals must be on a loyalty membership. Now, again, how are you going to go find those 2? You got to go out and you got to start getting that 2-minute video in front of everybody. Step number 2 is set your fast start goal to achieve team developer in 7 days. So how do you do that? You help your 2 partners that you've brought on each bring 2 people with their loyalty membership and their initial order. Once you do that, you're qualified to be able to not only receive 20% commissions for life, you never have to requalify, but you are now also qualified for the check matching bonus for life as well. So again, let me just reiterate those first 2 steps. First step to become a team builder in 48 hours is to go get 2 people. Once you do that, you are now qualified to start earning 20% commissions. The second step is to become a team developer within your first 7 days. The key is not just bringing people in the door, but helping them get started on the exact same system. And by doing that, you will go team developer, which now qualifies you for all of the components of the compensation plan, including that check matching bonus for life. So again, we've got our 2 goals. Now let's talk a little bit about number 1 here. So that's the 7-day fast start goal. Now, number 1 skill is you gotta skill up, you guys. You gotta skill up. This business is all about, when we come, it doesn't matter what industry that you're in. I'm assuming that there was some time, a learning curve for you to be able to learn to be able to adapt to the new culture and the environment that you're in. And that's the exact same thing here. There are some skills that you are going to have to learn. And so we encourage you to really plug into those, to learn what those skills are. There's a book out there called GoPro that we definitely want you to plug into and get going. So let's keep rocking and rolling here. So first of all, and I'm a little bit behind on my presentation, so we're just gonna keep rocking and rolling here. So again, step number 1 is to set your fast start goal to achieve the team builder in 48 hours. Again, personally enroll your top 2 people. They must be on a loyalty membership along with their initial order. So once again, there's you've got your left team, you've got your right team. If you put 2 people in on a single box set, which is worth 100 in sales volume, you will be qualified at 10% of the total volume in commissions. Or if you put 2 people in on family packs or above, you're now qualified to start earning 20%. So again, the goal is to get yourself to team builder partner or team builder executive. Now, I will tell you this. It's a lot faster just to go put 2 people in on a family pack and bypass team builder partner and get yourself to that 20%. Step number 2 is, again, to become a team developer. So like we talked about, the key here is to help your 2 partners each bring in 2 people with loyalty membership in their initial order. Once you do that, again, you're qualified to receive the 20% commissions for life. You never have to requalify, but also you begin to receive that check matching for life as well. So pick your pace, guys. Pick your pace. You can pick being a cheetah, and to be a cheetah, that means that you are going to go out and you're going to put 20 new contacts in process every single day. Or you can be a rabbit, which is 10 new people in process every day. Or you can be a tortoise, which is 5 new daily connections. And again, what do we mean by a connection? It's simply getting people in front of the 2-minute video. When my wife and I first started this business, we sat down, we made a list. I pulled out my phone. I started with A, I went to Z, and I put everybody on that list. And you guys, I didn't prejudge anybody, because at the end of the day, the people that you think will, won't. The people that you think won't, will. The people that you think great often don't do anything. The people that you would never expect to do well in this business end up rocking and rolling, or they introduce you to one person and that one person just runs with this business. So again, your job is not to decide who would do this business, who wouldn't. Don't worry if you've approached people previously about other opportunities, because this is completely different, and you never know what the timing is for someone. You never know what their circumstances are, what their situation is, if something has changed in their life. You just need to focus on what you can control, and that is how many people you are putting in process every single day. So again, you need to pick your pace, what works for you. If you want to walk, we will walk with you. If you want to run, we will run with you. If you want to sprint, we will sprint with you. It all comes back to what your goals are and what you are looking to accomplish. Now again, here's some of the statistics. Out of 100 contacts, approximately 70 will watch the video. So if I were to say, hey, listen, have you heard of the Hilo? And my friend says, no, I haven't heard of it yet. And I says, oh my gosh, you know what? I got to send you this 2-minute video. I want you to watch it, and I want to circle back with you within 24 hours so that I can chat with you a little bit more about this. 70% of the people are going to watch it. Now, you might even have more that agree to watch it, but 70% are actually going to follow through. Why? Because people are more willing to agree to do something small before they agree to do something much bigger. So out of those 70, 15 of those people are going to sign up. So the reality is it's just about exposures. It's about numbers, right? The more that you put people in process, the more success that you're going to have. And I just have to say that I'm attracting people to my business that I never thought would have been interested in network marketing. But because this is technology and because technology runs and rules the world, people are coming here saying, listen, I wasn't interested in the lotions or the potions and pills, but I'm definitely interested. I can see myself getting involved in this. So again, seize the opportunity and run with it. If you want to build it fast, strong, and big, then run the race as fast as you can. Again, success loves speed. The key is consistency. There's a story that I love, and it's let's imagine, I want everybody to imagine that you're behind a boat and you're going water skiing for the first time, and you're sitting out there in the water, and you're a little nervous. You've got your hands on the handle, and you've got the rope that goes up to the boat, and there's a little bit of slack in the rope. You've got your skis pointed up in the air, and you're thinking, okay, please just let me get out of the water. Let this go smooth. And let's say that the boat goes to take off. And for the first time, you start to feel the tension in the rope, and you get a little nervous, and you try to pull yourself out of the water, which is very normal. And then all of a sudden, with the momentum of the boat going forward and you pulling yourself out of the water, boom, you go head first right into the water, right? And sometimes it can hurt. And so now you're thinking, okay, but you know what? Let's say that you had the courage to keep going this time. Now, sometimes people are going to be like, I'm done. This isn't for me. This felt totally uncomfortable. I looked foolish. I'm not interested, right? That's what happens to a lot of people. But let's say that you are not most people. You have the courage because you have a why. You know why you are here and what it is that you want to accomplish, and it's important to you. So you keep going. And this time, the boat starts to take off, and you know what? This time you let the resistance pull you out of the water. Isn't it interesting that it's that very resistance that is the key to lifting you out of the water, right? Because it's during that resistance and during that time where you're being pulled and you're falling down a little bit here and there that you're learning the skills. You're learning the skills on how to be able to navigate. So pretty soon you get out of the water. And this time now you're out of the water, and then all of a sudden the boat stops. Just puts it in park, the driver, and you sink down in the water. And you're thinking, man, I just got out of the water. What are you doing? He's like, oh, my bad. So then he takes off again. And you know what? He starts to go, and all of a sudden he stops the boat again, and you sink down in the water. Pretty soon you're getting exhausted because you're having to go against that resistance over and over and over again. Pretty soon you're like, I'm done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what so many people do in their business to themselves, because they start and they stop and they start and they stop. And the problem with that is you're never going to enjoy the momentum. You're never going to enjoy the momentum, because if you were to allow yourself, if you just do a few simple things every day over a long enough period of time, what happens is all of a sudden you get out of the water and you start to glide on the water. There's no more resistance, and you start to have fun. And yes, you may fall down occasionally. That happens to all of us, but you get back up very quickly. And you know what? You're thinking, okay, I'm going to jump this wake now, jump this wake. And pretty soon you are a seasoned professional. One of the things that a TED Talk that I love is they talked about how, you've probably all heard of the 10,000 hour rule, right? It takes 10,000 hours to be an expert at anything. However, the margin from being bad to actually being good at something is relatively small. Of course, again, to get to expert level, it does take 10,000 hours of deliberate, consistent practice. However, to get to just good, it only takes about 20 hours of practice, you guys. So just know that in the beginning, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to say things that you shouldn't. You're probably going to say too much. That is okay. Now, it is very important. It is very important that you are tracking your numbers. It's very important that you're tracking your numbers. I want you have to be able to measure, you have to be able to monitor and modify. Your business is always going to be a process. I want you to understand that. As you are making your contacts, track your results. This will help you see what is working best. For example, how many you are connecting with every single day is so crucial. You should have a little calendar, and I love calendars that are visual that you can have in front of you. If you want to put it on a computer, that's fine too, as long as you are tracking how many people that you're connecting with each day. Whenever I have somebody call me and they say, Travis, my business just is not growing. I'm not having success. The first thing that I ask them is to pull out your calendar book. Let's see how many contacts that you have, because the answers always come back to the calendar book. So how many people are you connecting with? How many are interested in watching the 2-minute video? How many are jumping from there over to an overview? Again, having all of this information helps you to be able to understand what is important and how to keep track of that information. So again, you want to track all of those numbers. How many people are you getting to watch to an overview? How many people are you getting onto a 3-way call? After you get to a 3-way call, how many of those people are choosing to get involved into the actual business? So again, these are all great numbers to track. If you can't track it, you can't measure it. And if you can't measure it, you cannot improve on it. So let's talk a little bit now about skilling up. The first thing that we want you to do in the business guide is we want you to watch the fast start video, okay? We want you to watch this fast start video. You can fast forward just a little bit to the 2 minute 55 second, not $2.55, 2 minutes and 55 second mark. And this will explain how to get off to a quick start. It's going to give you word choices and shares how to navigate around skeptics. What you have to understand about this business, and we go into this a lot more in depth into the training, is that people are programmed to be skeptical. They're going to be skeptical. So what you have to learn to do is to learn the skills of how to build value, because dollars always follow value. So again, you've got to learn how to navigate around that. So step number 1 is to skill up. A book that I love that I would encourage every single one of you to watch is Go Pro. It is a fantastic book that I think every single person should watch. So again, skill up, number 1. Another great training is Mr. William Fawcett. He is a grand president currently in this company, and he has a how to get started launch video, and we've listed both of these here for you. So and again, guys, don't just watch these one time. You're going to want to watch these things over and over again so that you can start to absorb the skills, so that you start to learn exactly how these things work. Just watching it one time, you'll get familiar with it, but we learn through spaced repetition. We learn from watching something over and over and over again. Now, the second thing is you need to create your contact list. And again, you can't judge anybody. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is the lifeblood of your business. Start with your hot and your warm market and keep track of your daily connections. We have included a memory jogger here for you. Now, I can tell you right now, I know what some of you are going to do, because I did the same thing. I went through my list and I was like, my dad, no way, never would do this business. You know what? This person over here, my neighbor, he's way too successful. He would never do network marketing. Oh, this person, total anti-network marketing. Ooh, this person, I don't want him to know that I'm doing network marketing. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that if you do that, you are limiting yourself and you are limiting your ability to be able to go out and be successful in this business. The key is you just have to put people down on paper, and the objective is to invite them to take a look. Whether they choose to get involved or not is out of your control. There's a book out there that I love called Go for No, and what Go for No does is it teaches you, instead of looking for the yes, go for the no. Make your names list, and you want to cross off everybody on that names list in as quick as time as you possibly can, and by doing that, you will find your yeses along the way. Now, you want to stack the deck in your favor. There are some things that you can do to be successful in this business. Number 1, surround yourself with positive people. You know what? Sometimes you have to give up to go up, and that includes negative people that are in your life, right? There are firefighters and firelighters. Let me tell you about them. First of all, firefighters. These are people that love to go around and put out everybody's fire. When you're excited, you're having a great day, and you tell somebody about it, what do? They immediately put your fire out by saying something negative. Yeah, but. But you know what? There's also firelighters that go around and they stoke people's flames. They make them feel good. You want to surround yourself with people that inspire you, motivate you, lift you up, encourage you. That is so critical right now in your business. You got to surround yourself with those people that are going to support you, the people that are going to believe in you, the people that are going to cheer you on. And what's so great about this team and about this business is that we have literally thousands of people on this success team that are here and excited, that are on their journey along with you. And you know what? You're going to find accountability partners. You're going to make new friendships along the way. So choose to be part of an environment where your strengths are and those who will lift you up. And you do have a choice. Choose wisely. Now, let's again go through the memory jogger here for just a moment. It's interesting. When I first sit down with someone and they start to make their names list, usually they'll get to about 20 or so, and then they start struggling. They're thinking, okay. And again, it's because they're asking themselves, who do I know that would do this business? Who do I know that would be good at this business? Who do I know that needs this business? You got to change those questions, because if that's what you're asking yourself, you are going to be limited. Guys, Summer and I spent a couple of years in this industry dabbling, and we spent a couple of years in this business somewhat hiding. We didn't want certain people to know that we were involved in network marketing. But let me tell you something. When we finally submitted ourselves to this industry, when we finally went all in, and all in is it's not an hour commitment, it's a mental commitment. When we finally went all in, everything changed. Our business started to grow. And here's the interesting thing. Most of the people that we were worried about came back to us and said, how in the world are you able to live the quality of life that you live? So again, who's unhappy with their income? Who's concerned about the environment? Who is money oriented or money motivated? Who owns their own business? Who enjoys being around high energy people? As you start to go through this memory jogger, you're going to come up with hundreds of people. And again, this is the lifeline of your business. So make sure that you take the time to do this exercise. And for those of you that are brand new sponsors in the business, as you bring people into the business, guys, set them up for success. Take the time to do this with them. You will be glad that you did. Now, let's keep moving on. Connections and conversations. The most important step is to reach out to people. You can call, you can meet up, you can text, you can use social media, you can connect with them the way that they like to be communicated with. One size does not fit all. We have included right here for you some scripts that work for you, right? When I made my names list, what I did is I had hundreds of people on a list, and then I started with, what my objective is I wanted to fill my top 10 positions, right? My top 5 positions on my left team, my top 5 positions on my right team. I wanted to do that right away. I didn't want to wait for an entire month. My goal was to do that in the first day. So what I did is I made this big list, and then what I did is I narrowed it down to the inner circle. The people that if I had a boardroom and I had 10 seats in that boardroom, who would I want to launch my business with? I probably wouldn't go to the brokest people that I know initially. Now, I will go to them eventually and invite them to take a look at what I'm doing. But initially, I want to lock arms with successful, motivated, encouraging, inspiring, even busy. Who's the most busy person that you know? Why? Because they're usually movers and shakers. They understand that time is money, but you know what? They're always looking for multiple streams of income. So I went to those people first, and I basically said to them, listen, I want you to know something. I'm launching a business in the technology industry. The stock is climbing through the roof. And you know what? I think there's a fortune to be made here. Over the next couple of years, I am going to earn millions of dollars. And the people that lock arms with me at this stage of the game are going to be the ones that benefit the most from my efforts. I don't care if you join. I don't even care if you buy anything. But it does matter to me that you take a look at this, because the last thing that I want is for you to come back a year from now and say, why didn't you tell me about this? Guys, those are some of the scripts that we have included in here for you. Work from the scripts initially. Understand that it's about saying less to more people. The most successful way is to have meaningful conversations. How do you do that? Asking questions, listening. I'm going to give you 3 questions right now that I want you to write down. These 3 questions have shaped my entire business model. First of all, question number 1, for Summer and I, shaped our entire business, exploded it in fact, and that is, are you happy? That's question number 1. Are you happy? Are you happy with your business? Are you happy? How long have you worked here at this job? Oh, really? Do you enjoy what you do? It's another way of asking, are you happy? Hey, listen, are you happy with your financial situation? Are you happy? Number 2 is, do you have a plan in place to give you everything that you want in life? Again, question number 2, do you have a plan in place to give you everything that you want in life? And question number 3, if not, would you like to take a look at one? Again, question number 3, if not, would you like to take a look at one? Guys, very simple way. Again, asking questions. If you learn to ask the right questions, you'll always get the right answers. And I can tell you that I do this all the time. You know, as I was at Enterprise yesterday, we rented a car while mine was getting work done on it. And I asked the Enterprise guy, "How long have you worked here?" He says, "About 4 months." I says, "Oh, really? Do you enjoy what you do?" He says, "Well, I do, but man, sometimes we get some angry customers." I says, "Oh, really? Well, what would your ideal situation be?" He says, "Well, my ideal situation would be, I could travel. I'd love to be able to own my own business." And I says, "Really?" And I said, "Do you have anything that you're working on right now?" He says, "Well, kind of, but not really. I've got some ideas." And I says, "Well, cool. Well, maybe I can help." You see, what I do is I always put myself into a position where I'm serving, not selling, right? There's a big difference. So I'm serving now. Maybe I can help him get what he wants, right? I've turned it around, and it's not about me anymore. It's about them. When you turn your focus outward and you start focusing on helping people go from where they are to where it is that they want to go, they will listen. And so I says, "Cool. Well, listen, I'd love to send you some information about what I do. I'd love to have this, another one, write this down. I'd love to have somebody like you on my team." And he says, "Well, what do you do?" I says, "Funny, you should ask. You know what? Let me send you some information and let's have some coffee. I'd love to get to know you a little better." So again, connections and conversations, very, very important. You also need to understand the philosophy. You need to understand our system. Your job is not to go out and sell this. Your job is not to go out and convince people to buy this business. You notice when I share my inner circle story with you, I didn't tell people or try to sell people the Hilo. What I did is I told them I sold myself. I sold the fact that I am launching a new business, and I gave them the opportunity to align with me. Do you guys see the difference? One way of doing this is to call people up and try to sell or convince them to join the business. The other way is to give them the opportunity to even align with you. It's posture. So again, let's talk a little bit about the system for just a moment. So first of all, number one, you have your objective. Your only objective is to get them to first base. That's it. That's your only objective. What's first base? myhelodevice.com. When you go to myhelodevice.com, you're going to see a little 2-minute video. As soon as the 2-minute video is done, then the 5-minute video pops up. So again, that's the objective. Get them to the 2-minute video. That's it. You're not trying to sell. You're not trying to close. There was a study that was done in England. It was a fascinating study. And what they did is they went to an initial group of homes, knocked on the door, and it had this big, ugly sign that said, "Slow down, children are playing." And one by one, they asked the homeowners, "Can we put this in your yard?" And the homeowner said, "Absolutely not. I'm not putting that in my yard. There's no way." So then they went to the second group of homes. Smaller, non-obtrusive sign, same thing. "Hey, listen, we're trying to do good. Would it be okay if we put this smaller sign in the yard?" And this time around, the homeowners said, "You know what? Sure. You know what? We'll let you." They had 6 out of 10 that said yes. But here's the fascinating statistic. They went back to the 6 out of 10 a month later and asked, "Can we put the bigger sign in your yard?" And guess what? Guess what? Those people said 7 out of 10 of those people that initially agreed to the small sign now agreed to the bigger sign. Why? Because people are more willing to agree to do something small before they agree to do something much bigger. So again, your job is not to convince them to join your business. Your job is just to get them to watch the 2-minute video. For my close inner circle, all I did is texted my brother up and said, "Hey, look, I need you to watch this 2-minute video, and I'm going to call you today. I want to talk to you about this. This is important." For other individuals, I said, "Look, I just got involved in a technology company. The stock's climbing through the roof. I think there's a ton of money to be made here. Would you watch this video? I need to talk to you about this." Or would you watch this video and just give me your feedback? So again, I got as many people as I could to first base, and then I followed up. And when I follow up, you guys, all I'm doing is I'm saying, "Hey, listen, what did you like best?" I take their temperature. We have a conversation that ultimately leads to me inviting them to second base. And in our scripts and our trainings, we're going to teach you the proper way to do that. There are skills that you have to learn. You have to skill up to be able to learn how to build the value to get somebody to an overview. So if you find yourself struggling with getting somebody to an overview, the chances are you're saying too much or you're not building enough value. So that's the key. The next thing that we want you to do is get social. Use today's social media, guys. Social media runs and rules the world. Get on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat to cast a wider net to announce your new business venture. I've got a new team member that just launched his business a couple days ago. He put a post up there letting people know. He didn't tell them exactly what it was, He just let him know that he's gotten involved in a new technology company, that he believes in multiple streams of income, and that he's never been more excited about his future. And he invited those that are looking to be able to add additional revenue streams to get in touch with him. So he made the announcement initially. Well, guess what? Now it's been a couple of days. He's already had 20 or so people reach out and ask for more information. Now he's going to come back today with a video, because video is extremely powerful. And all he's going to do is he's going to go live in his own environment, wearing the clothes he would normally wear, and he's going to share exactly why he's excited and why he decided to start a business. He's not going to give a presentation about the helo. He's not going to talk about the comp plan or the business model. All he's going to talk about is why he's doing this business. Here's where I was dissatisfied. Here's what I found. Here's how I feel about the future. And you know what? That's going to attract more people. So video, guys. I know that it's so hard to get out of that comfort level, but I'm going to tell you right now, going live and doing a video announcement about your business, again, why you joined, or opening up your box or your product. We have all kinds of unveiling box video or unveiling videos where people are opening up their product when they first get it. Any live, helo measurements, those type of things are extremely powerful. So again, you can click here to go get a few social media images for social media posting tips. Now, again, I want to just make sure that you understand what this product does and how it works, guys. There are so many different benefits that go along with this product. There really is no comparison. Right now it is monitoring your blood pressure. It is monitoring, an ECG. It monitors your sleep and your mood. It monitors, your heart rate, your breath rate. And we, of course, here in the near future, will have some of the additional features, the blood glucose, the blood alcohol, the blood oxygenation, those type of things. And so also we have the health enhancing stones. Just so you guys know, these germanium stones aren't just little things that they put on the band. The germanium stone packs have tremendous health benefits. If you don't understand what germanium is, go Google it and look and see what it does. It's fantastic for you. And of course, the device allows you to remotely monitor other people as well. So fantastic product. Now, I want to talk for a moment about letting the process build the value. One of the biggest mistakes that most network marketers make is they say too much. They're saying way too much. They try and sell the helo. They try to tell everybody about how it works. They try to tell people about the business. And what happens is people form an opinion, but it's not based on all the facts. You got to stick to the system. It's the system that builds the value. You share the 3-minute video, and again, to get the link, you just click here in the business guide, and we've got the link right here for you. So your job is just to share the 3-minute video, just to get people in front of it, not to even explain it. Don't say, hey, listen, I joined a brand new technology company called World Global. They've got this product that's kind of like a Fitbit, but it's on steroids, but it monitors your blood pressure. Hey, I want you to take a look. No. Your job is just to get them to watch the video. Let the video do the explaining for you. I want you to picture a skeptic for a moment. A skeptic is going to agree to watch a 2-minute video because it's not a big commitment, right? It's just like that little sign in your yard, same thing. If you called the skeptic and said, look, I just joined this network marketing business. I'm so excited. You got to join my business. They're going to say, no thanks, not interested, too busy, don't have the time. You're going to hear all of those objections. When you hear those objections, usually means you're saying too much. But if you call a friend or a family member, or it doesn't matter if they're a skeptic or not, and just say, hey, listen, you know what? Have you heard of the helo? No. Oh my gosh, you know what? If I send you over a 2-minute video, would you just take a look at it and let me know what you think? If that's all you did, they're going to go, well, what is it? You know what? If I try to explain it, I just confuse you. But you know what? If I send you over a 2-minute video, would you watch it? Just let me know what you think. Yeah, I could do that. Shoot it over to me. Again, get them in front of the video. And then from there, when you follow up, all you're doing is you're going to ask a simple question. What did you like best? And they're going to say, my mom needs this. My dad needs this. Wow, can it really do blood pressure? Can this really do all the things it says it can do? And you're going to say yes. And then you're going to say, you know what? Let me ask you another question. Are you making more money than you can spend? And they say no. And say, well, are you open to making more money? Yes. Okay, great. Listen, there's a meeting that's happening tonight online. And you know what? They're going to explain how the business opportunity works with this. Doesn't matter if you join, doesn't matter if you get involved, but it does matter that you take a look, right? So you just get them to the overview and you let us build the value. And you know what? A skeptic, if it's done properly and you do the invite process properly, you will get a large majority of the people to your overview. Again, it all comes back to the skills and the communication and the language that you're using, and that is all in our trainings that we have and our scripts for you. And from that point forward, when you follow up and you just ask them, how do you see yourself fitting into the equation? They're going to ask questions, and your job at that point is to just shut up. Sorry, but I don't know how else to say it. Be quiet, close your mouth, and say, you know what, that's a great question. Let me introduce you to my business partner, because they can answer that question better than I can. Doesn't matter if you can answer it on your own or not, guys. It doesn't matter what works. It matters what duplicates. The person that's doing three-way calls in their business the most will always win in this business. Why? Because they're teaching their team how to do the same thing. And what happens is you may be the most skilled person in the world. You may know every answer to every question that's out there. But the problem is if you're constantly answering them, you're teaching your new promoter they have to do the same thing. And then when they get that chance where they put somebody in front of an overview and they follow up, they can't do what you did, and it stops there, and you have zero duplication in your organization. You got to know your role. Your job is not to explain the helo or the opportunity. Your job is not to field questions. Your job is not to sell your friends on the product or opportunity. You only have one job. Your job is to notify your friends, family members, and colleagues that you started a new business and invite them to watch the 3-minute video and invite them to the next webinar or jump on a 3-way call with a skilled sponsor or upline. Guys, that's it. That's your role. You have to let the process build the value. Because think about it. That skeptic who watches the 2-minute video then finally says, yeah, I'll watch the overview, gets on the overview and think about what they learned. First of all, they're hearing from somebody who has had success in this industry, success in this business. Second of all, they're now learning about the stock climbing through the roof. They're learning about the Toshiba partnership. They're learning about the simple high-speed, low-drag business. They're learning about the timing of the opportunity. And you know what? Very slowly, we chip away at the skepticism so that by the time you follow up, now they're ready to have a conversation, and they're ready to make a decision based on having all of the information, a well-informed decision. We do these calls for you every single day. So for those of you, most of you are probably working your business full-time to pay your bills, and in your part-time or spare time, you're working on building your fortune. And that's awesome, because that's how I started, and most people start in this business. We realize that not everybody wants to go give presentations, nor do they have time. So your job, get them in front of the 2-minute video and plug them into these calls. We have a call schedule that's available for you Sundays and Mondays, 9 o'clock Eastern, Tuesdays, 8:30 Eastern, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 9 Eastern. And of course, you can either attend on a webinar by clicking the link that we provide you, or dialing in from US or Canada and entering the meeting ID, and you can listen to those calls. From there, guys, it's just a matter of enrolling your partners into the business. Here is something that we've created to show you exactly how to enroll. So you don't necessarily need to get intimidated or worried about enrolling someone. When it comes time to enroll somebody, just print out how to enroll a New World GN partner file and follow those steps. Okay. Please note that you might want to visit this link right here instead of one of the listed in the enrollment file. So the myworldgn/login instead of the one listed in the enrollment file. And be sure to explain the benefits of purchasing the premium or the family pack. In many cases, if you're new, you should have your upline involved in this conversation, because there are some significant advantages of getting involved in a premium or a family pack. The bottom line is number one, it allows you to maximize the compensation plan. Number two, if you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to cost you like a hobby. So make sure that you have someone there, or you really understand how to explain this, and not just how to explain it, but you're comfortable with it. Because what I've learned is if you're uncomfortable with the money, or if in your mindset you think $1,300 is expensive or a lot of money, you project that onto others. The truth is that $1,300 or $1,999, whatever it is, $1,349 and $1,999, it's not a lot of money for a business. A one-time investment, especially when you can turn around and really go get that initial investment back within the first day if you really wanted to, or if you just follow the plan that we've outlined within the first 4 weeks. Guys, I don't know of any business in the world that you can literally get your initial investment back within 4 weeks. So you got to get comfortable with the money. And if you're not yet, that's okay. Just make sure that you bring somebody into the equation that helps you to explain it. It's also important to be a product of the product, right? Having some extra inventory allows you to gift it to family and friends, or sell any extras as well. I love having extra inventory, because every time somebody comes over to my house, I say, look, I just started a technology business, doing some market research, wear this for a couple of days, and then you know what, just report back to me and let me know what you think. Guys, every single time I've ever done that, they've bought the business. And remember that you're going to get a question over and over and over again. The same question. Well, what did you do? What did you do? What you set in motion carries in motion. When you believe in the value personally, they will too. And I see it all the time. Somebody comes in on a 320, you see a whole line of 320s. Why? Because that's where their belief system is. So that's what they're projecting on others. Bottom line for me is I treat this like a business, so it pays me like a business. I was on the phone with an attorney the other day. We were having a conversation, a realtor, and this individual was newer to our business model. And I asked her, I said, she says, yeah, I just don't know if this is for me. I'm not really having any success. And I said, oh, really? Okay. So how many people have you talked to? She says, well, I've sent it out to a few friends, but no one's really interested. Everybody's too busy. Everybody kind of has concerns about network marketing. I says, really? Let me ask you another question. How many training calls or how many of the events that we've had have you plugged into? She says, well, I just really don't have a lot of time because of my traditional business. I says, okay, so you're a realtor. So let me ask you a question. When you went and got your real estate license, did that cost you money? She says, yes, it did. I said, okay, I imagine probably a few $1,000s. She says, yeah, at minimum, at least a couple $1,000s. I said, okay, so once you got that real estate license, and then I said, by the way, did that also take you time? She says, yeah, it took me several months of studying and going to school and classes. I says, okay, so I'm guessing that once you graduated and you got your real estate license, that guaranteed that you'd start making money. She says, no. That's just where it started. Then I had to go out and start promoting myself, marketing myself. I says, really, how did you learn to do that? She says, well, my broker has a virtual call that I can plug into every week. There's seminars every single weekend that we can plug into. I started looking and watching what other people were doing, and I just went out there and I did it. I says, really? Okay, so do you make good money at what you do? She says, yeah, I make really good money. And I says, do you think it's because you treat your business seriously? She says, absolutely, I take it very seriously. I says, well, here's the thing. You and I are no different. I take my business very seriously as well in the network marketing industry. I plan on being on every call. I plan on attending every event. Now, I may not make every call because sometimes I'm on a three-way call or I'm busy, but I make those things a priority. Why? Because I understand that those are where I build my belief system and where I learn the skills to be successful. And over the last 10 years, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on personal development. Why? Because personal development allows you to get your mind right, and it also increases the value that you bring to the marketplace, and dollars always follow value. And I said to her, there's really the only difference between you and I is when you sell a home, you have to go out and get another listing, whereas when I build my business once, it pays me the rest of my life. And I'm not here to tell you one is better than the other. You can decide for yourself which one is better. But at the end of the day, if you want to get paid like a business, you need to treat it like a business. And I share that because that starts with how you're getting started. Like, I've never had somebody say, well, what's the minimum for me to get into the business? And then they turn around and they start producing maximum results. It doesn't happen. It's a mindset and it's a belief system. And if your belief system isn't there yet, borrow mine, borrow someone else's. There's plenty of social proof in this company of people that have amazing stories that they've changed their life, that are having success. But you're going to get that belief by plugging in to the calls and attending the events. But it all starts with how you enroll into the business, you guys. So again, enrolling new World Global Partners. You're going to click here. When you guys bring someone new into your business, you're going to click here for a welcome letter that you can use to send to your WGN partners. So this is already done for you. Somebody brand new, you click here and boom, you fire this letter off to your promoters, and it gives them this video to watch. It gives them the Fast Start Guide to watch through, and literally this is a turnkey system for you to create duplication. And finally, your support systems. World Global Back Office, customer support. It's 1-800-WORLD-GN. Again, 1-800-WORLD-GN. You can't forget it. Now, just setting the right expectations, guys. We are a ground floor company. And what that means is there are going to be ground floor problems. Right now, you call customer support. It might take you a little while to get somebody on. You might have to stay on hold for a little bit. You know what? That happens with a lot of companies that are in this type of growth mode. It is going to improve just like anything, any new company does. But I want to explain something. We are the pioneers. Sometimes the pioneers have to lead through challenges. However, it's the pioneers that they write about in their history books. So just know not to panic if for some reason something's not going perfect. That's business. So, a lot of times, we see people that maybe something's not working right on their helo because it's not set up properly, or they're having a hard time connecting, and they panic and they immediately go post it in the World Global group, and they post it in our chat groups. And here's the problem with that, you guys. If you just signed up a brand new promoter and you brought them into the business, And the first thing that they see is people that are kind of panicking about not being able to get their device paired. It instills doubt in their mind, and they don't have that belief system yet to understand that there's probably just a user error going on or a small adjustment that needs to be made. So what you have to understand is that this is a business. Take a deep breath, roll with the punches. Mama said there'd be good days and bad days. When it comes to our groups, our chat groups and our WhatsApp groups, the only thing that should go in there is welcoming new people, news about events, success stories, anything positive and encouraging. Take your technical support questions to your upline or to customer service. Those groups are not customer support groups. That's not what they are for. So again, I want to just stress that. So your support systems are, number one, customer support. Number two, you can access your account by logging in and going into your back office. There are frequently asked questions that you can get a tremendous amount of the answers that you're looking for there. There's a process and a chain of solution that we suggest, which is you try and figure out the answer first, because in that process, you're going to learn a lot doing that. If you can't find the answer, then ask where could I go to get that information? And then the second step would be to go to customer support, fill out a claims ticket in your back office or call customer support. From there, you can go to your direct upline. Like, don't just inbox the top leader or president in the company a question about why your helo isn't working, guys. Why? Because there's a whole chain of solution there. And chances are the higher you go up, the more responsibility they have and the busier that they are. And so again, you got to follow the proper chain of solution. This is a business. And again, you want to treat it like a business right from the very beginning. So your website that you're going to start sharing is www, whatever your username is, .worldgn.com. When you go there, you should see your name. Once you log into your back office, you'll be able to customize your website. You'll be able to put your picture in. You'll be able to put some information that's in there as well. And then here's some additional support systems for you. To watch a video to set up your iPayout. That's important because you need to know how to get paid. Watch this video. Don't just call me or call your upline and go, hey, I can't figure out my back office. It's not working. I can't log in. No. Take the time to watch the videos first, right? For the weekly webinar schedule, click here. That information is there. Don't be lazy and just go, hey, who's doing, when's the next webinar? Does anybody know? Here's where all of the information is for you, for your entire team. We want to make this a one-stop, simple system that allows you to be able to grow a massive organization. In addition to that, here's a back office training. So if you want to know how to navigate through your back office, how to, set up your strategy when you're placing people, here's where you can learn that. There is an FAQ support site that many of the questions that you're going to have will be answered. And then, of course, here's a library of all kinds of videos and files, how to set up your helo properly, how to set up the Pro app. All of that information is right here for you. So again, there's optional third-party websites. There's third-party printed material. There's organizational Facebook pages, organizational newsletters that you can plug into. There is more support here than you could ever imagine. Again, our webinar link is right here. You'll be able to find that information. You've got the dial-in information. Here's our schedule. And then, of course, over here we have a library that you can click on. And in that library, if you look through here, everything from what's the helo warranty to, write-ups about the helo, or, click here for the 3-minute video, the 5-minute video that shares more, the 7-minute option. How about the germanium stones, the BioZen? So again, all of this information is right here at your fingertip. Your support systems, click here to join the World Global Tech Tribe community page. World Global Tech Tribe is my personal team. We're all part of the Diamond Network. So you can also go out on Facebook and search the Diamond Network, which is our parent group from Mike Sims down. And then, of course, we have our World Global Tech Tribe Facebook page. And we have our World Global Tech Tribe resource page as well, where we put a lot of the videos so that you can go back and find replays and all of that information in there, because a lot of times in our primary page in Tech Tribe, people are being welcomed constantly. So you can go over to Tech Tribe resources and you'll be able to access a lot of the previous files that are available. We also have a WhatsApp chat that we want you to plug into, because we know that people are not on Facebook all the time. In closing, I just want to say this. Belief is the key to this business, right? It all starts with belief in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you. And if you struggle right now with, you're saying, I just don't know if I'm going to be good at this or that, I'm telling you right now, the only way to build that belief, number one, is to take action. And number two is to plug in to the calls and the events. I cannot stress the importance of that. You know, there's events several times a year, and I know that it's a commitment financially to get there, but I'm going to tell you right now that those events are going to be the key to building your belief. Once you build your belief, you build your competence. As your competence goes up, your confidence goes up. Or excuse me, belief builds competence, competence builds confidence. So you got to plug in. You have to plug into the calls. I know you can't make every one of them, but you got to make those calls a priority. You got to stay in tune with what's happening. Every day, somebody inboxes me and asks me a question that was answered on the last team call that we did, but they're just not plugging in. And those that are having success are the ones, you know, that plug in every single week. So you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in this opportunity. Guys, there's nothing like this in the world. Nothing. We are part of something so special. I wish I could take what we have or what I have in my head about this opportunity and give it to you as a gift, because I can tell you this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's also very important that you understand that when people come in and they hit high ranks right out of the gate in their first week or second week, just know that every overnight success has a backstory. Every overnight success has a backstory. Those people that are coming in here, in most cases, have been in the industry for a while. They have a circle of influence. So just know that the only competition is you. That's it. It's you. And also know that your vibe attracts your tribe. You know, what kind of vibration are you putting out in the world every single day? Are you waking up every day saying today is the day? Like, today's the day that I'm going to meet the person that's going to go build a multi-million-dollar business. Today is the day that I'm going to sign up a superstar in my business. Today is the day that I'm going to help somebody go diamond in my organization. You know, when you wake up and and that's why, you know, I'm so consumed with making sure that you're reading the right information, the right materials. You know, if you're not interested in personal development, I'm going to say this, and I know it may sound strong, but go find something else to do, because personal development is this business. This business is a personal development platform with a compensation plan attached to it. What are you reading? What are you listening to? Turn off the radio in your car. Turn off the negative news. And you know what? Start programming your mind to dream bigger and believe bigger. Go download Jim Rohn's Network Marketing. Go read 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Go read Beach Money. Go read Go Pro. You should be filling your mind with the right content and the right information. You got to get all the weeds out of there, and you got to start planting the right seeds so that you can eventually start seeing that harvest. So it's all about the vibration that you're putting out in the world. Even when I go to bed at night, you know, we're listening to things like Joel Osteen or other positive, you know, information that I actually fall asleep to, because I know how important it is to get my mind right, even if I go off into a subconscious state, because I believe that that is where we are programming the mind so that when we are awake, that is controlling your thoughts. Your thoughts control your actions. Your actions dictate your habits, and your habits run your life, right? So it's all about that vibration. If you're working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. And I can tell each and every one of you that I wake up early in the morning and I cannot wait to get on the phones. I can't wait because of how excited I am. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much again. I want to be, you know, on behalf of everyone here in the Diamond Network, as well as the World Global Tech Tribe, I want to welcome you to our community, and I cannot wait to see you walking across that stage. I want you to figure out when the next major event is, and I want you to make a commitment to be there, and we want to see you walk across that stage getting recognized. So with that, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in, and you guys have an outstanding day today.